about this guy. And this was what Ifnobu told them in Casino. He enjoyed himself. He gave him good meal. And he thanked them for it.
I've enjoyed a meal and a company of great people of Casino. The only thing I miss is my predecessor in office, Muhammadu Buhari. And as Mr. Integrity, he has loved this state, committed himself to the development of this country and the progress of all.
Nuisance Lele.
Clarity, why is Tifnubu with all this accents in there, dialects in there, what we go call of all? That is of all. Of all. Thank you very much. You've heard that before, right? Anyway, we'll leave call on the side and take this word on Mabu of this professor from, I think they said it's from the university in Sokoto, right? Given the context, given this what do you call it, like the textbook definition of what is wrong with the Nigerian system in one of the most best captured way I have seen in a while. It's not a new video. But before we wrap it up, kindly listen to this.
It is a colonial language, but we actually been requested to say something because there are some other people here who are so much interested in what we said. Our topic is the issue of corruption as far as leadership in Nigeria is concerned. I expressed my own understanding. I said corruption does not spare any other country. And the human being, as you see him, as long as you don't implement the rules and the regulations of the country, don't think you can stop him. Human being can turn into anything. Sometimes he can even become animalistic. He even kills in pursuit of his own interest. It's universal, it's all over the world. That is why you find the world in crisis today. In Nigeria, you can really see somebody whose salary is not more than 300 naira a month. You find him having many houses, many cars, and everything. Nobody can believe what recently happened. A former accountant general of the Federation in Nigeria, who is accused and before the court of law for stealing over 109 billion naira, was last 3 weeks turbaned by the emir of Kano in Kano, great celebrations, and the people who were celebrating what actually was not in our character. This is something entirely new to us. You can't believe this. People claim that Nigeria has no money. Nigeria has money, but Nigeria has mismanagement. The leaders are not sensitive. National Assembly is not sensitive at all. And not only that. If care is not taken, future elections will be very, very difficult to be conducted in Nigeria. You queue up, you vote. At the end of the day, the final decision will be taken by a number of few people at the tribunal. You move for appeal, then you move even to the Supreme Court. And for every stage you go, it is expenditure. I assure you, expenditure of the lawyers and the others. And not only that, every part of Nigeria today is soiled. The ordinary voters are affected. People who are conducting elections affected. INEC people affected. You can't believe this. And even our malams are affected. As long as we don't use our laws, we don't take care, we don't punish those who are offenders, then only God knows where Nigeria is moving to. We blame the bandits every day. Why do we blame them? They risk their lives. Then what of these people in government houses well protected, but looting treasury every day? And when we see them, we almost worship them, we praise them, we sing about them, we dance for them, we create drama for them. This was not the culture of Sokoto Caliphate. This was not the culture of Sokoto Caliphate. Somebody came here and they met Muhammad Bello during his own time. He couldn't believe that was the Caliph. He said, I'm looking for the Caliph. He says, it is the Caliph. He said, no, you can't be the Caliph. He said, I'm the Caliph. What we were told is during the government work, they use the government light. Then during their private work, they use their private things. How do we expect Nigeria to move forward? And we don't blame ourselves, including myself, university lecturer, doesn't attend the lectures, is always busy following politicians, becoming the scribe of politicians, waiting for? No, hand out. Something is really wrong. We have to think. I can't believe this. How can somebody justify to me and tell me that 500 cows being moved, nobody will trace their steps, no dust, and they disappear? And you tell me former director, NSO another, former director, NSA another, former NSA another, director of military intelligence, former another. Yet something is wrong.
I'm highly disappointed of Nigerian government because the Nigerian government were highly disappointed in them due to foreseen circumstances. Definitely, I'm one of those people are proving people should die in coronavirus is more better than people should die in hungers. Hunger kills more than coronavirus because some people are less privileged. Due to foreseen circumstances that I said it, some people are less privileged, which they are based on daily pay, which are not even based on salaries. But our government thinks that the lockdown is the best solution to coronavirus, and proving it to an extent and to the levels of alacrity that if someone die in coronavirus, it's more efficient to die in hunger, because some people will be at indoor.
God bless you, Jerry Prof. Our own street prof. That himself also captured it well. So you heard that first professor, university lecturer, who gave a precise sort of like capture or summary of what is wrong with that contraption, including the people. He didn't kind of remove himself, or he said, including myself. You know? But that is where we are going to draw the. That's what we're going to draw the curtains at this evening. So glad. See, somebody said, how many cars did you count be in Tifnubu's convoy earlier? I intend to go back to everyone's comments, right? Sansi Mills said he counted 101. Gabriel Omokola said Omokwa said he counted 90. Gaba Life counted 94. Emmanuel J, you counted 96. No Structure counted 94, and on like that. Sure, you get. But you know that out of all of those vehicles you saw in that convoy, there is not a single CNG vehicle in that convoy. Not a single one. Remember CNG, the one they told you that it's cheaper, everybody's now converting to it. There is not a single CNG vehicle in or among that over 90 cars or vehicles that you counted. Just for the record. I'm going to take calls this evening, but it's not going to be like a full time. I don't know, I'm having a running nose, and I feel like it's really not really that good that we have not really had the feedback, calling and all that. So I'll leave that there for another 40 minutes, but I'll take a short break, okay? Lababs, thank you so much for those cups of coffee that you just bought me to. Bless you. Ọdún tó bá wo olúgbọ́ kó jíire bó wá rẹ̀ sà kó má jíire nísàárẹ̀. Tákàrà ògùn bá ti jíire àbùṣebùṣe. Àwọn ti lẹ́tà kẹ́ni. God bless you, sir. So thank you so much. I'm going to take a short break and I'll be back in a minute or two. We'll take calls. The number to call is right there on your screen. Look at it. It is a WhatsApp call only. Okay? So don't go anywhere if you have something to add. And if you don't, of course, you can still sit back and enjoy other people's contribution, okay? I'll be back in a minute, if the line works. So I am back, and I also have my first caller this evening. I don't know if they are still there. Are you there? Hello.
Hello, Mayogu. Good evening.
Hello, sir. How you doing, Oba?
I'm fine. How is you and how is your family?
Well, I'm very well, you know, trying to be. Thanks for asking, though.
Nice broadcast.
Thank you.
The
It's a long evening,
the
isn't it?
yeah, for me we had the two days holidays, so Thursday and Friday, so plus Saturday and tomorrow is Sunday.
Right.
So
So
for
you've got
me
like
it
4
has been,
days in a stretch off.
yeah. Yeah, so it was nice. That's why I'm still
By
awake.
this time tomorrow, you are, which is going to be the end of the break. That will be you getting ready to go back to work, and it's going to be so. Don't let me ruin it for you, though. Enjoy it while it's last, Baba.
Oh, I'm not complaining. I'm enjoying the thing.
Enjoy it, exactly. Anyway,
It was
family you on. Go on.
yes, it was a very nice broadcast.
Thank you.
To start with, the woman that was talking about Natasha giving her money to the
I
is the
don't
other way.
understand.
No, is what you said is 100% right. I noticed the thing. These are kind of women that such women.
Yeah.
Those are the women that most of these churches they also use enablers.
Right.
So I don't think the woman is in her right mind.
Me too.
So
I mean, it's not hard though. Even though they say it's wrong to diagnose people by just looking at them. But come on
no,
now. Some of us have lived long enough.
no, she looks satanic. If you have facial this thing, look at her very well. She's supposedly, I think she's living in USA, right?
She's in the US, so
But she doesn't even look like somebody staying. I think the woman has a problem.
I thought it's just me. She did put up a lot of makeups though. She has younger pictures. Like when she was younger, she had those pictures online, and somehow it seems that she's been pushing most of
No,
that. Or going live yesterday
I,
with that
I,
face.
I believe she might probably she might be doing some certain things for churches that are not right. Those are the kind of people. So I
Because
suspect her
I
a
don't
lot.
understand
Yeah.
why anyone. Well, okay, you know what? It is social media. I should stop kind of like acting surprised. There are some of them who actually makes a living by just being controversial on social media. They fight this,
Yes,
fight that, make up stories,
yeah, that kind of that's my own belief. So for the fact that he's saying he does not know who Yaya Bello is and Ododo, and but who the Senate president is.
She
You
was
know him.
fighting him before. She was fighting Akpabiole on behalf of Natasha. But later, Natasha
But
now
that
confessed to her and said, "Oh, you know what? There is no sexual harassment. I just made it up." I want all of us to kind of like continue to attack it because there's an agenda to attack Yoruba man's government.
how would you believe if Natasha? How can you believe such a thing from her? If actually
like
if
from where
it's
to
not
where
true,
now?
if it's not true, so Natasha will just tell her, even though she wants her to do something for her.
I mean, you
Do you
didn't even
understand what I
say
mean?
somebody close to her. She told you, that person told you. He said Natasha called you. Like when I just on social media, like is that even anyway.
It's a stupid thing to do. They know how to. I believe maybe it's a
He said
script.
that she paid Obi Ezekwesili. She paid Obi Ezekwesili. She paid she paid them in a rice. She has bought a rice. I was like, what's she talking about? What are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, but and she's not even sure of what he's saying. You understand?
Exactly.
She's not even
She's
sure.
seeing WhatsApp messages like anyone could make that up.
She's talking with so much confidence as if the thing happened.
Exactly.
It's,
Putting herself in a
it's,
place whereby she's like an FBI who received all those things and okay, show us what you receive. I was expecting something more, but text messages. when Natasha was soliciting for everybody to please speak for her.
It's only a person who does not have head
That
who
will still
open her mouth like
we don't get
that.
plenty for that place. So a lot of them, they're like, yes, Natasha exposed. This woman has released the original, authentic evidence that Akpabiole did not sexually harass Natasha. All the messages she sent, she's showing everybody. None of them is relative to what she's saying.
She's a crazy woman. She's an enabler. You know, she just supports evil, and nobody knows. Even if Natasha has an evidence, will you just throw it out?
Like,
the case is still in court. So
like,
if they go
like
to,
she said,
if they go
Natasha
to court,
to her
you can't just like people are saying, show us evidence. You know, you can't just release your weapon. It's okay. Let's go to court, and then if you get to the court, you can present her evidence and all those kind of stuff.
Like,
and that's
where evidence to us on social media. So once we have it, what are we going to do? We're going to arrest Akpabiole or what?
Oh, it's just it's just crazy. Anyway,
this one is extra crazy.
It's a very nice broadcast. They take more grease to your elbows.
Yes, thank you so much for the support as well. Okay.
Take care and God bless you. Good night.
You too. Here is another call. Hello there. Can you hear me, right?
Yeah, my good, Baba. Good evening.
Good evening. How you doing, Baba?
I'm great. What's going on? How's the family? We missed our call. We missed our calls.
But it's like every now and then, I'm like somebody who goes to the market, okay? And it's like I'm going to the market, I need to pick up a few things. And then when you are coming back from that market, all your hands are filled with bags. And you are using your mouth to hold your car key like, somebody go. So by the time you are done, when you offload everything, you're just like, you know what? Maybe we should just go to bed. So I did that a few times, and I'm so sorry. Even though it wasn't that boring, though, but it was so like extensive.
No. Your broadcast is always on point. It's just that sometimes it's always good to listen to the other Nigerians vent, and also just vent ourselves. Okay, Michael. First of all, I just want to complain. YouTube has this thing they do to you. When you're coming live, I don't see you coming up. Your upcoming will not be there. When you're now live, I'll check 8 o'clock Nigeria time, 8:15, 8:20. You're not live. So for some funny reason, I'll now come on about maybe 10 o'clock or so. I'll now see you'll be live. Very, very surprising. So I don't know why they are doing that.
See, that's what YouTube does to me. It's unfortunate, okay? But I've tried everything. I've told people to, for example, unclick that notification, right? And then re-click it again to set it back on. I've asked people to
I'll go to my TV, I'll go to your channel,
and you will not see it at all.
No live, nothing. Where's my ego? I'll now come. First of all, I'll just check again. I'll now see you've been live. And I know worst case scenario, if you're late, you can't be later than 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
10, 15,
I'll now see that 1 hour later you're live, you're walking. I'm like, what have they been hiding? These people, you should not understand these people. These our people. They get us and they do that,
I mean, I'm not going to completely ignore that. I've been shadow banned a few times. They have this person they assigned to me in YouTube. YouTube assigned somebody to me to be like a point of contact, so that if I have any observation, if I need any help, whatever I want, I can reach out to that person. And every now and then, whenever I have to reach out to the person, I always complain about my people not seeing my video.
This one was very bad.
What do I need to do? But again, you know what? That is what all of us, small yansh, that's all they suffer. If we are like 10 million now, we are trying to shake small yansh, we try to shake, but no, they're not going to allow us. They just push us aside. So, but I'm glad that a lot of you actually put in so much effort to at least, T for try. A lot of people put effort to say, where is he now? 15 pass. Where is my 20 pass? I hate all of that too, but sometimes
we're always waiting, notification. Over the notification, they stopped prompting me. I just ignored that. Exactly. Leave at 8 o'clock, I'll go there.
Anybody who subscribe to Mayegun should receive notification. Imagine if over 100,000 of us receive notification, and then we have just
before it don't show me. Yeah, they don't show me Mayegun is now live. You're showing up. Just imagine that.
Over 10,000 of us here right now.
Yes, you can imagine. And this is your message that is so powerful. Imagine how far it will go. So I wanted to talk about Sheyi Tinubu.
Yes, sir.
These guys are scared. They don't know. They know Tinubu has not performed anything. And there is no way it is going to be so obvious if he wins again. This one is not even like before that they can say, okay, Yoruba man wants to win, let's test Tinubu. They've tested him and his failure is so bad. That's why you see Tinubu going so radical. You first started giving the Northerners food because they can't win that North. That's why they've seen that North is impossible. So Tinubu is now using tactics to try and get all the Southern governors, knowing that is what do you call it? Is what do they call that place? They used to go and compose results after voting. That is where everything happens. Coalition center. If Wike can do it, if I get 5 APC governors, all of them will be able to do it. So that's what they're planning on as that joker.
And hopefully, all these guys are going to go into it separately too, because they can use that as a cover. Sure, you get and say, how you want to give somebody who's in an incumbent? How all of them are wanting, instead of all of you to come together, instead of you to come, Benny now give us so they go validate them. Even when the whole rigging is obvious, right?
Yeah,
so again, they are not that smart. They are just lucky.
Yes.
Baba. They're just lucky for the kind of place they are and the kind of people in Nigeria. They can't be imagined.
Nigerians are not. It's not. They use this religion and all these things to divide us forever. See, pastor. Pastor, the open mouth talk say. Pastor, they talk say Jesus Christ doesn't like poor people.
Saw that one
too. A pastor said that. If I go to his church, would I stop going there when I hear him say that kind of thing and I'm poor?
Amen.
So. And I wanted to talk just the last before I leave.
Go on, Baba. I mean,
when I was younger, I used to see Mugabe. Mugabe, Abi Seseko, I'll just see them, those old age men.
Yeah.
All those old age men. I'll be laughing at their country, say, how can people who have this kind of person as their president? Now it's come be reality for 2025 that Nigeria, ex-giant of Africa, at that time person.
Nigerians get this mouth, right? Somehow we have this sense of entitlement, sense of pride over nothing. You want to compare us with those African countries, all those ones, all those will be like village. That one be like village for Shogbo. You see, you get that's where they talk you. It's from a place that it's generally believed to be a shito, right? But as somebody from Nigeria, that thing is inside him that makes him feel like
superior to the other Africans.
Nobody will be like us for Africa. In fact, we will be the best in the world. A typical Nigerian. He's never experienced any better life from any good government. He's never enjoyed it. But something tells him that leadership is a problem. If not, typical.
Oh God, my old man, Baba.